Every October 31st, the biggest Halloween parade in the world runs through the heart of Greenwich Village, New York City. Witches, puppets, ghouls, gargoyles, monsters, movie stars, medieval knights, Jesuses, apostles, cavemen, and anything you could think of are all in attendance. I was working the back door at the Red Lion on the corner of Bleecker Street and Thompson. Halloween 1992 was a Saturday. That meant nobody was going home for work in the morning. A Saturday Halloween meant extra happenings, extra robberies, extra assaults, regular assaults, and fights. Unruly behavior was gonna be rampant. It's nothing for a guy to put on a Dracula's outfit and stick somebody up. I was enjoying the cavalcade from my post until I heard a pissed-off drunk screaming. I looked to the middle of the intersection of Bleecker and Thompson Street. There I saw a guy in a suit wearing a Richard Nixon mask. He was in a rage. I had seen him earlier walking by giving the double peace signs. Now he's yelling at another reveler dressed as a space robot. No more peace signs for Nixon. Hey, watch where you're going, you dumb robot fuck. I heard the robot's muffled voice yell back. Lighten up, Nixon. I assume the space robot bumped into the ex-president. Your costume sucks. What'd you make it in your mom's basement? Oh, you're real original with your star-ball mask. Fuck you, Nixon. Oh, yeah? Fuck you, as he pushed the space robot. The space robot twirled around 360 degrees, unable to move its arms. Nixon saw this and pounced. He started throwing punches at the space robot. The sound of hollow cardboard box being punched echoed on Bleecker Street. A crowd quickly gathered to watch the fight. The space robot had two friends dressed with the same exact costume. Nixon did not see them. They were 15 feet away. They heard the commotion. With no hesitation, the space robot's reinforcements steamed towards Nixon from behind. They blindsided him, knocking him backwards. Nixon stood startled for a split second. He was now outnumbered. He put up his dukes and squared off at the three space robots. He started swinging wild punches. Unbeknownst to the space robots, Nixon wasn't alone either. The two guys, one with a Ronald Reagan mask and the other with a Jimmy Carter mask, came rushing in. The punches were raining down hard. The space robots were frantically trying to wriggle out of their costume. Seeing this, Reagan, Nixon, and Carter kept on the pressure with a constant hammering. They never stopped swinging. The original fighting space robot was off balance for a split second. Nixon took advantage, shoving it to the ground. The space robot's helmet flew off. When it hit the pavement, a long mane of thick red hair was exposed, and a very pretty face. Nixon had been beating up a girl. She was on the ground rolling around. She noticed she could escape her cardboard box if she lifted it out of the bottom. She wriggled to freedom, then jumped up. She started chucking freehand haymakers at Nixon. The two other space robots saw her escape the costume by being knocked to the ground. They threw themselves onto the street, too. They wriggled out of their boxes and threw their helmets aside. They weren't girls. They were pissed-off guys that looked like athletes. You want to punch my fucking girlfriend? The boyfriend went after Nixon. He started beating the fucking living hell out of him. Nixon was taking a real major beating. It wasn't funny anymore. The space robot couple were gonna kill him. Nobody was doing anything to stop it. The space robots were gonna take Nixon's life. Nixon was now unconscious. The space robot couple still punched his limp, lifeless body. I couldn't sit by and watch the death of another human being. I decided to go break it up. I took a step through the fight. At that instant, the ape, the leprechaun, and the dude in the dress jumped on the back of the swinging boyfriend. And a guy dressed as King Henry VIII also jumped in. King Henry VIII grabbed the boyfriend in a bear hug. Listen, man. Stop. You got him. You got him. And the guy snapped out of it. Okay, I'll stop. I promise, the boyfriend said, coming out of his frenzy. King Henry released the boyfriend. The red-headed girlfriend was standing right there. The boyfriend put his arms around her. The brother came over and joined in the hug. They walked off. Carter and Reagan knelt down by Nixon. He was coming back to consciousness. They pulled his mask off. There was blood everywhere. His nose was broken. They dragged him over to the street light by the Penny Arcade sign. They propped him up. Reagan ran to the payphone by the back fence to call an ambulance. Nixon sat against the street lamp with Carter looking over him. He was bleeding hard. I heard many revelers walking by comment, "Hey, that guy sitting against the light pole has the best makeup job I've seen so far today."